Hi guys, Eddie here with Narrative for Blender. In this one I'm going to show you how to design SciFi door with hard ups and box cutter. Let's bring it to origin because floating cursors are not a good idea. Let's go to front view. By the way, I'm using pie menus, yeah, so I'm kind of quick with it. Pie menus from machine tools and Blender, so that's how I'm switching so fast the views from front, back and whatnot. Just simply pressing tilde key and tab to switch between modes. Anyway, let's grab the press D to grab end gun, and let's turn off this cyclic thing, and let's just draw a, whoa, that's a bit big. Let's draw a, maybe something thinner. The end gun solidification for this non-cyclic end gun doesn't actually go outside the screen. So what you need to do if you want to make it much more thin, and you cannot actually adjust it anymore because of the screen limitation, you need to click once. It's gonna go to a sort of like a pause mode, and then press T again, and you can readjust it. So that's how you do it. Anyway, let's draw it here, something like this, and let's do something like this, and go to edge mode, and also let's go to pass-through mode, which is accessible here if you don't have machine tools. You really should install machine tools because this add-on is free and it's no excuses, yeah, so just get it, because life is too short to mock about with vanilla Blender. So let's create something like this. Okay, this is actually a little bit too thick, maybe something like this, and sharpen to apply this thing. Control R to drop a loop here, and let's just remove these two from the equation. So dissolve, select this one with Alt and Control B, something like this, and then face mode and EM macro, and extrude it out here, something like that. And let's actually copy this. So let's move this closer here like that, and then simply mirror this across, and now just sharpen this, and we're good to go. So this is mirrored, which is not an ideal situation. I think we probably want to apply this mirror to enjoy our life. So let's grab this and apply this, and let's grab this middle edge which was created by the mirror and extend it like this, and grab the let's apply the scale, and go here and macro. In fact, you know what, we could inset it a bit. So let's select this face down to here. Now let's inset it a little bit like that. Okay, and then macro. So where is it? Face mode and Alt on EM macro, and push it outside. Yeah, there you go, like this. Okay, so we got something like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to mirror this across like that. Okay, and we're going to extrude it. So E, extrude it, and combine it in the middle, and sharpen, and Bob's your uncle. Now what we're gonna do is at the floor here, so we're going to add a plane, and we're going to S20, S3, okay, and this is a bit too, maybe too crazy on the sides, and maybe too long as well. So there you go. In fact, you know what, let's just rotate it because I'm on the wrong axis, and apply the rotation. So whoa, let's apply the mirror first. Where is it? Smart apply, there we go. And now apply the rotation. There we go. I prefer to be on a y-axis. That's confusing for me. Anyway, let's grab this one and solidify it down. Right? Make it thicker so we can carve in it some interesting stuff. And also let's let's save it because reasons. Make sure when you save with PowerSave, I'm using PowerSave, you click on this autosave and autosave to copy, otherwise it will overwrite your stuff. So this one is solidified the wrong way up. We need to solidify it downwards. Wait a minute, what the hell? Oh, this is too high. We need to drop it lower. So let's go to front view and, you know, let's just align it more or less. So it, you know, sits here, right? Now what we could do, you know, is in fact extend this. It's gonna be probably, let's see if it's gonna work actually. So let's grab this and will this work? You know what we could do is simply shift click on curve extract and do something like this, right? And then we could apply this and do something outrageous, which is I'm thinking how to change it into a wall. We could combine all these, so we could do something like this. Alt A left, and like I said, you need machine tools. Without it, you're not gonna work. Alt A right, and there's your wall. We could now simply, because you know we don't really care about the topology here. I mean, we really don't. Okay, press F for a face and simply extrude it this way. And there's our wall, and this way. Then it's gonna work. Copy it across this one. Huh, fascinate. Okay, wait a minute. Let's do this one then. There you go. There's our wall. I really don't care about topology here because, you know, I just don't. But if you did, you just can always connect them together like this and you're gonna be fine, okay? And then you simply need to hold shift and mirror it across each side. So come on, like that, right? And you sort it. So now you just apply this and, you know, you're good to go. There's your wall. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we could actually you know, put some visual interest in here and drop a bevel, which would be kind of interesting, and another bevel, something like this. We don't need these, so we can remove them. There we go. And also I think there's some kind of let me see this. Let's run a clean up here. There you go, with machine tools. Now we're talking. All right, so we got this thing going, and this one also needs some bevels, but I'm thinking, you know, maybe we could go with a chamfer here. So scroll your mouse to one segment. Let's just zoom in so you can see better. Click on bevels, move your mouse to the left, scroll down, and you're gonna see a segment like this, right? So you're gonna see actually a chamfer being created, and then control click on bevel to create actually a bevel on top of it. So you're gonna have a secondary bevel running on top of it. So you got chamfer and bevel. So now weighted normal, so we should be fine. How are we looking? Yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. So you got chamfers, bevels, everything. Looks pretty awesome. All right, now we need a doorway, right? So we're gonna grab this one and create a doorway here. So we're gonna grab a loop, okay, and run the loop, run this loop across, and we're gonna rip it off. So Shift D and P on selection. Grab this one, go to local, and now we're gonna combine it. So combine these two, and then simply select everything and F, and we're gonna solidify it in both ways. Okay, so go to modifier solidification and press 2 to solidify both ways. Okay, and we're going to adjust it now to fit. You can go outside the screen so you can keep scrolling. Don't make it too thick, you know. Or actually, you know what, I have an idea. Let's do this, right? Let's go to the front. and we're going to carve some shape here. So let's grab an angle. Make sure you're in front view mode. Go to orthographic, and let's turn off this cyclic malarkey, and let's just do something like this. Okay. Now let's cut through. Wait a minute. The other way around, I think. Yes, the other way around. So cut here, cut to the top, and then go left like this. That's what I want to do. Where are we? One more time. Cut here, and there we go. Something like this. Okay. And we're going to copy this to the other side, all right? There we go. This is actually too boring on the top, so we're going to move it on x-axis like this, and we're going to bevel this because reasons. All right? How are we looking? Yeah, we're looking pretty cool. We're looking pretty cool. So so now we can actually cut the cutter. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually cut it like this here and like this here. Okay, like this, and like this. Then press B for bevel and slice it. Come on. There we go. Perfect. And we could actually bevel this one as well, you know. So select this cutter. Mod scroll toggle. Where is it? I tell you what. Let's actually apply this one here. Grab this one and multiply. Okay. Now let's grab this this cutter and let's apply a boolean here. I mean bevel, sorry. Let's select everything and remove those sharps because they might cause problems later on. And we're going to cut it. So go back and turn off this cyclic and let's have some fun here. Do something like this maybe. Okay. How it looks. I'm not sure about this bevel here, you know. I might remove it. I might remove it with machine tools. So how it works, you just unbevel and you're done. And in vanilla, good luck. So we're gonna unmark this, and I think it's gonna be better without it. I'm still not sure about these bevels as well, you know. Maybe I might remove them as well. So let's see how it looks without it. So Y unbevel and unbevel. Okay. Yeah, it's better angular, I think. It's better angular, so just copy this to the other side. Now what I need in the middle, right, is like a circle. So I'm probably gonna have to switch to object view and go to the snap tool and enable it. Make this one a bit smaller because it's crazy. Make it like 10 or something, or 9 or whatever. And draw somewhere from the middle. It's actually, that's too small. I think we need a kind of big scale, so let's make it with, maybe go with 11 is fine, I guess. That's still too small. 0.2 meters. Somewhere here, there we go. Still not in the middle, maybe somewhere here. Okay. And let's make maybe, if you hold shift and scroll your wheel, you'll be able to adjust the number of verts in a circle and do something like this. How are we looking? Oh, we moved, so we need to move back. somewhere here. Could make it really big, you know, something like that. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, no? Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. And, you know, mirror. Oh, not gonna work, not gonna work. Where is the middle of the... Ah, we're not in the middle. You know what? That's fine. We're just gonna do this side. Doesn't matter. Alright, let's apply this, yeah? Sharpen. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. You see, and that will apply these bevels automatically and the chamfers. So that's pretty nice. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to slice this door in half because reasons, right? So let's turn this slightly back on so we can slice it, right? And let's maybe do it asymmetrically, you know, because why the hell not? Slash it and select both parts and operations multiply, and now we can actually chamfer this. Okay, that's good. What's going on here? I just fixed it. Press 3 to clean it. That didn't work. What is going on here? Ah, it's a bevel overshoot. Okay, let's bring it to loco. And let's fix it, shall we? Because it's a bit of a mess. Chihuahua, that looks bad. Shift 1 to connect them in the middle, and I think this should fix the problem. Okay. Yep. Here probably have the same. Probably here is the same thing. Yeah. So shift 1, shift 1, shift 1. By the way, shift 1 again. Machine tools. Like I said, guys, you need to get this add-on because it's just too bloody good. So this needs to be sharpened, and this needs to be sharpened. So I don't think this should be sharpened. Actually, it could be. Okay. So that's that. Now we can create some kind of a, you know, I don't know, mechanism in here or something. So, alright, so let's just cut, you know, make some cuts in here. Press B for bevel, scroll it up a bit. And you can press Q. You can press T for solidification and make it a bit smaller. Unfortunately, it's gonna be tough because reasons. So let's recall this cutter and solidify and make it smaller. Something like this. Let's go to edit mode, select everything, shift D and copy it in here and make it smaller, and shift Y to scale on every single axis except for Y-axis. Shift the X and move it in here, and this should do. Are we looking? Yeah, we're looking pretty cool. In fact, you know what? I don't need the big one, so mode scroll toggle. Let's remove this one. So Control L and delete VATs. Yeah, I don't like it. I like this two on the bottom. That looks pretty cool. Okay. So let's, you know, let's sharpen this and go to loco, and we can have some funsies here. So let's chamfer this and let's insert it like that and extrude it. Okay. And we're gonna run two edges in here. So Control R, this is not gonna work. Fine. You know what, I'm just actually might drop a cursor here, so Shift S and cursor to select it, and I'm going to go to edit object mode and drop a plane here, RX90, and then select all the verts and Shift 1, whoops, select all the verts and Shift 1, and then simply extrude it up. And then move this one down. and move this one outside here so you can see what we're doing. Extrude them on y-axis and delete this edge, and then apply the scale, you know, select these two and shift Control B, and 3 of them is enough, and then simply curve extract, and then 1S and Control 2 and GY and move it inside. Front view, Shift DX and move it in here. Okay. Shift 2 to hide the cutters. Select the door, select these two without these edges, and let's chamfer them. So Control B. Chamfers really you know, are really cool. So power save this. We good. Now let's grab a circle and let's drill some holes in here. So select this one and let's make sure we're in view mode and simply cut holes in here. You can hold Control, this will not work. So let's go to object mode and perspective. In fact, you know what? I have an idea. Where is this cutter? Shift 2, no, Alt H. There you go. This cutter. Bring the cursor to selection and GY and move it somewhere here. Okay, and cursor to selection, perfect. And now Shift 2 and hide cutters. Now we got this thing in the middle, right? So we're gonna drop a cylinder here and RX90, and we're going to sharpen this and make it smaller, and we're gonna go with the mesh tools and let's click on radial array. Where is it? Mesh tools, there we go, and just move the mouse out and it's gonna create a perfect circle for us, and we're gonna deal with the bottom. So let's actually apply everything. So operations and smart apply, and select this one, select these 4 and Control L and delete verts, and grab these GY, move it in here, and difference, right? Select these ones and difference. Okay, and sharpen. And we could chamfer these as well if you wanted to. Now before you're gonna do this, right, you see these lines coming into these circles, and the angles just are horrible. What you want for bevels to work really nicely, you want lines to get, you know, so you want lines, the connecting edges to meet the edge you're gonna bevel at more or less 90 degrees. Otherwise you'll get insane bevel pulls and they're just gonna destroy your shading. So you want to avoid these as much as possible. Okay, so let me show you how I would sort it out basically. So I'm going to remove all these rubbish lines here, not this one, dissolve edges, there you go, and this one too, dissolve edges. The rest is fine. So now when I'm going to actually this one isn't fine, so we cannot dissolve it, not a problem. There you go. So now when I'm gonna select these, you'll see what I mean. I'll show you the difference on the other side. Okay, so when I Control B them, you see now the chamfers are beautiful, right? But here, if I get these I have to apply this. Now when I have these really sharp edges, yeah, the angles, if I Control B this, you see the pulls here, see what's happening. So that's what I'm saying. You need to, you know, you need to fix this. They have to go like this to everything has to be at 90 degrees, more or less. So, you know, so if you imagine that this edge is round, but you know, that's this, you know, sort of the plane, the direction of this bevel, right? It goes this way. So the edge needs to fall this way, 90 degrees. The point of entry is what matters. Just like in real life. So, let's grab this one, junk. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. This one is also awful. This one is possible, awful. Okay, so let's just grab these. And chamfer it. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna grab some inserts, but if you so you can grab a free version of GitOps and free version of Master Xeon 1001 inserts for GitOps, and you can follow along, so no problem. Go to asset loader and let's go to, you know, I don't like this loader, I really don't. I prefer the original one. It's just too cramped for me, man. Let's go to Hardops inserts and let's grab this one and make it small and insert here. Let's remove all these materials because we don't need them. Make it smaller, and then in fact, you know what, we're gonna move it to the cursor and mesh tools and radial array, and we're gonna array this around like this. Perfect. Okay, and GY and move it in. Alright, let's save it. Alright, so let's have some pipe fun in here. So let's let me think. Let's see if we can do this one this way. Probably not. Yeah, okay, so let's grab this one and let's just grab you know, grab a Control R loop in here. Now with this, when you have this loop, you can go to Q and curve extract 1S and probably Control 1, make it a little bit larger like this. That's pretty cool. And we could make another one. So grab another one. So grab this edge and curve extract and S1 and GY, move it in here, and shift D and X, I mean Y, sorry, and maybe go in the back and Q, curve extract, make it a bit thicker, something like this. So like pipes going on in the back, you know, and going down the ground. I'm not gonna be really, you know, designing the ground here, but you could just have fun with this one. For example, Alt A and, you know, visual to mesh, and you could just have some fun here, you know, like this. You could split this and, you know, do something like this, for example, right? And sharpen and bevel. You need a bevel for this one too, so Alt A, visual to mesh, Control R, come on, and split it, and you know, same story, bevel. And you could do some similar stuff in the top, for example, somewhere here, just to add some visual interest, you know. Let's say select this one and this one, and maybe this one and this one and this one, and split them, right? Like this, and just select these, you know, let's say these, and you could scale them on Shift X like this, and bevel, right? You don't actually have to mirror them. It's kind of cool to have them, you know, asymmetrical. It's a little bit more visual interest, so you could just do something like this, you know. You know what I mean? Shift Z, for example. Do something like this. Sharpen. And if it doesn't sharpen, just do it manually. There you go. See, so it kind of breaks the symmetry, just like the middle part, which is kind of cool. So symmetry not always, in fact, it's better to not to have symmetry because it's less boring. It's easy to mirror things, but a bit more difficult to switch to individual regions. A bit more difficult to do it, you know, properly and design sort of individual elements for each side. Just scale it in a bit, just for fun. Alright, cool. Now let's design some floor, and before we do, actually, let's grab this one and select this, and let's insert it a little bit, and macro, just create another point of interest in here. I think this is a bit too shallow for this bevel, so what we're gonna do is, in fact, where is this bevel? This is the one, right? So let's apply this bevel, apply this one, and now we can do this. So macro, there we go. Perfect. Something like this here. Maybe a little bit wider. So go down here. There you go. And let's try this again. Wait a minute. Insert this and macro. There you go. Cool. Okay. So now what we need is we could just have some pattern in here as well with, you know, with endgons, and maybe something like this. We're gonna copy this to the other side anyway. So K, and we could simply or grab this one, copy it first, and extrude it on this side a little bit, and, you know, chamfer it just a little bit to it, something like this, maybe sharpen. There you go. And then grab this one and extrude it too, just a little bit less, something like this. And you get this paneling effect, you know. Right. This could be extruded inwards, sharpen. There you go. Okay. You could have some pipes going on in here as well if you wanted to, you know, for example, I don't know. We could do this cableator later, but let's grab some floor, shall we? So let's save this and let's go to top view, orthographic, and endgon. Let's have some fun. So let's cut it here like this. This should do, and then maybe something like this, and modifier, in fact not a modifier, but where is it? Actually, yeah, actually yes. Let's mirror this first, and then apply solidify and mirror, and then we're going to go for symmetry, right? There we go. Now let's see what we have in here. These need to be connected into one. We don't need this. Also, what happened to my solidification? That's what I want. What? Wait a minute, what's going on here? Let's clean this with machine and see what's happening here. Whoa. Let's clean it with 3D print toolbox. I don't know what happened there, but it's some weird stuff going on. Make manifold. There we go. Still messed up. Fascinate. Okay, let's go to solidify and solidify it down. And then we're going to apply this and clean it one more time and see what happens. Yeah, that's better. So I had no idea what happened over there. So let's make panels out of it, shall we? So in fact, this floor is too tall. We need to go lower than that. There you go. And then alt and macro. So, or in fact, curve extract, this could work as well, you know. So do something like this, and do something like this here too. So curve extract, and here too, curve extract. And select these two and Control C, copy modifiers. So they're gonna have the same depth, and simply bevel them, right? So sharpen, sharpen, sharpen. Select those two and copy modifiers. So they have bevels running on, right? You can see these breaks in the floor, but you can make them bigger by simply selecting this thing and, you know, running a chamfer. This is a good way of separating items. Chamfers are always good. Right, something like that. And we're gonna copy this across. So we set the mirror and mirror. Cool. Now we get some flooring going on, and we can start adding some interest here. So for example, we could start adding some tiles. B for bevel, and cut it in. And we could solidify this like that, right? Sharpen. How's the bevel here? Let's add a bit of bevel just for fun. There you go. And now when you, for example, you know, you could if you don't have a decal machine, which I think you should, you could always do something like this. Control LP to its own selection and grab these. And we could create some cool stuff in here. For example, we could insert them both a little bit. Right? Select the edge, Control B, split it, EZ, drop it down. Creates kind of panels like this, and then we could grab a boolean, switch to cut Y. I mean not Y, I meant V. Sorry. One more time. X V to go into the ray mode with the cutter. You can hold Shift to make it a little bit less local. And just simply slice it in, and not too deep, yeah. Something like this should do. There we go. And let's recall this cutter and simply move it down so we could erase this simply. We could shift D this, move it down here, and cut it difference, right? So we got this kind of a pattern going on. Kind of cool flooring, and that's nice. We could have some drainage in here as well, or some, you know, some interest here. So let's go to Ngon, and let's do something like this, maybe. Okay, let's cut it. And let's grab this whole line here and Shift B and EZ and drop it down. Something like that. Sharpen. And copy to the other side, not like this. Symmetry. Reset, and same with this one. Copy. There we go. Now in the middle. Cool. Cool. Alright, so now what we can do is add some pistons in here, like some kind of power mechanism or whatever. So, where are our inserts, by the way? There we go. Here, right? So let's change to cutter and rotate it and move it in here and bevel this and extrude it. Oops. One more time. Cut it, X, bevel. I'm not in the front view. Let me see this. That's the problem. X, B, and rotate it. Okay, and cut it in. GY. Come on. GY, there we go. And then we're going to copy this to the other side and cut here. Whoa, just this one. Okay. And we're going to duplicate this down here, rotate it, and place it somewhere here. There we go. And let's see how we're looking. Yeah, we're looking pretty cool. We're looking pretty cool. I like it. In fact, we could make it a bit deeper, so yeah, something like that, to just give thickness to this door, you know, make it look a bit more robust. What's going on here? We're gonna have some problem here, so let's one this or dissolve this. Nope. Okay, combine this. There we go. Still causing us problems, yeah. It's just wait a minute, wait. It went through. It went too deep. Okay, so it's a bit too deep. Cannot do it like that, so let's just move it backwards a bit. There we go. Good, I noticed. Okay, so this will do. And let's just sharpen this so we can deal with this fiasco in here. We're simply gonna run an edge here like this, okay? And in jar life, so we can remove this disaster here. In fact, what we can do, let's bring it to local mode and I'm just gonna run an edge like this, you know. Alright. It's a quick and dirty way of fixing things. I think should work. I wonder why this one doesn't want to get removed. F. Nope. Huh. Let me see this. I suppose I need to run some connections here. 1, 2. This should work now, so we could remove these two. Oops. No? Really no. This should be fine. Unless... Run 3? Nope. Huh. Why can't I remove this edge? That's fascinating. Just remove it. Oh! It's a floating edge. This one isn't floating. This one is... we cannot dissolve it either. That's just irritating. F. There we go. Did it work? Not really. Okay, I think they support the corners. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something like this. No. Man, this is annoying. There we go. Let me just run the cleanup on this one because there's some weird stuff going on here. Make manifold. Should fix problems. Alright, so this gotta go for sure. And this one as well. Now we can actually select these two and Control plus and unmark it and then recalculate sharpen. And well, bad idea. So now let's select this around here. And chamfer it. Should look a bit better. Okay. Alright, the same here. Need to fix this, so sharpen and let's run an edge like this. So we can get rid of these probably. These as well. There we go. And then we can run an edge here and an edge here. And Control B, there we go. Perfect. Okay. There is some weird shading issue here, and I think it's related to this not being sharp. So let's mark it sharp. There we go. Same as this one. This should be sharp. And this one too. Okay. Alright, and now we could actually create some kind of a fun mechanism in here. So let's grab a cylinder. Let's rotate it on Y by 90 and make it smaller but longer. And let's bevel this. And let's change cutter to to a cut, and let's actually cut it, but insert it like this. Let's do it again. All right. If you press X 3 times, you're gonna switch to inset. So that's how I'm doing it. All right. And simply we need some mechanism at this part here. So we need some cups at the end. So maybe let's grab cubes. Tell you what we're gonna do. Drop a cursor in here and mesh, drop a cube, make it smaller, and select these two edges and Control B and bevel them like this, okay? Alright, and drop it on the other side and bevel them and parent them to this one. So Control P and transform, and now we can actually move this thing with everything. Rotate it. You can hold Control because it should snap. Make it a bit smaller, maybe a bit longer on Z, I think, yeah, and drop it in. So G, Y, and drop it in. Right, now we can simply Shift D, and so Shift G, immediate children, select the middle one, and before we do anything, let's drop a cursor in here. See, cursor here, change pivot to cursor, and do this again. So Shift D and R, and just drop it here, and individual origins, cursor to select it, and rotate on the cursor, and drop it in here. Wait a minute, we lost the bevel, so I mean the boolean, so we need to apply this, right? So let's just shift, whoops, let's just Shift D this and R and drop it in here. Make sure you rotate, you change rotation here to cursor, the pivot, otherwise you're gonna have something like this happening to you, right? It needs to be on a cursor, and cursor needs to be, you know, around this G or somewhere, otherwise it's not gonna work. So yeah, that will do, and then we just simply select all these and copy them to the other side across the gate. Boom. And the same with, wait a minute, we need a double mirror. So here, select all these, select the door, come on, this one, and press A, and this will add the second mirror. Cool. So now we can edit these a little bit, right? So let's grab these, and where is it? This one, right? Let's just drop some chamfer here and grab this face. I cannot see what I'm doing. Grab this face, insert it a little bit, and just, you know, extrude it, whatever. Change to individual origins, and something like that should do. Alright, perfect. And these were not reflected, so we need to do the same thing here. I copied them. I should have Shift D them, but it's okay. If you, I mean Alt D them. If you Alt D something, you can actually run. I mean, you can update one item or edit one item, and they're gonna sort of. Let me show you. So if you Shift D something, you know, if you edit anything on the original object, this one will not change. But if you Alt D and you edit, you know, one of them, the other one's gonna update. So if I actually Alt D these, if I edit this bit, this one would get edited, and all these two as well, because they're mirrored. So just a quick tip. Anyway, looks pretty cool, guys. Looks pretty cool. So a very simple SciFi doorway. So let's texture it, shall we? So Alt M, and, you know, drop some texture here. In fact, we can select everything and Alt M and drop a texture. And it's gonna drop a texture the same on everything. And now we can actually play with different kind of options here. So could grab these and make them, well, we should make them a bit more metallic. Actually, this door is cool. The metallic door is pretty cool. The pistons shouldn't be so black, in my opinion. They should be a little bit less black. Maybe, oh, that is good. And actually, this looks pretty awesome. This floor should be a bit darker, you know. Something like this would look awesome. So copy this one. Come on. There we go. The pipes should be probably of a different color, so something darker maybe that will do. So select this one and kind of copy this, and the doorway itself could be of a different color. This will do. You see that the walls too could be, you know, maybe the same color as the doorway. So copy. There we go. There you go. Very simple SciFi door. These handles, come on. These handles could be. Turn up this box color because sometimes it gets in the way. This could be the same as this. You know, these should be dark as well because reasons. That's a little bit too dark, so make them the same color as this one. That's better. This also could be this, you know. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it fits. Right. And looking pretty peachy. So now we could add some lights, yeah? Because reasons. So Alt A, I mean Shift A, sorry, G, and come on. Move this ball here, and I think we have like a massive scale here. That's why we couldn't actually solidify it so easily. Alt click, and yeah, blue is fine. And select these floors, and, you know, simply inset it a little bit and add this emission here. There you go. Select this floor here too, and, you know, grab this all the way up here, inset it just a little bit, and emission assign. Cool. It's mirrored, so it's on both sides. This one should be the same as this one, so copy. Could be some lighting on this doorway as well, you know. So for example, we could have some lighting in here, right? So let's just save it. And let's introduce some lighting in here, okay? So let's grab this to local, and let's see. We could use these panels, you know, because we already have them. So insert them, right, like this, and extrude them in, right? Come on, like that. Scale them a little bit, and then insert them a little bit more, and then EM macro, or even curve extract, you know, downwards like this, right? Sharpen, and could insert them a little bit more, extrude them in or out, scale them. How are we looking? Or we could actually change this one into lights, you know. Or in fact, let's not be lazy, and let's expand this on F. Let's go to bottom view, and let's simply cut it with box cutter. So, because I think around it would look much better like this, you see. So, where is it? Shift V view, perspective, there we go, one more time. B and, you know, come on, orthographic, there we go. B, and do this, and maybe do a press V for array, and just cut it through. And maybe we're not gonna cut it through, and what we're gonna do is shift it to slash, and we're gonna remove this material and add emission here, right? So how are we looking? There we go. Right, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. This also could have some kind of an emission here as well, so make like a tiny bit, a tiny strip of emission here. See what I mean? Pretty awesome. All right. And we could actually add some more interest to this one. Maybe some kind of like a lock in here, or like a, you know, I don't know, something. So let's just grab an angle and maybe design something here, like a cut or whatnot. Just drop some bevels. And then we call this bool and move it outside and solidify it. Alright, and let's actually fix it a little bit. So SX0 and SX0, so it's straight. And we could cut the cutter just a little bit to have fun, like this, right? And then create another cut here. Recall the cutter and move it back. Can drop some pad in here, you know, box, and bevel this and extrude it, GY, and move it in, and there you go. And there could be some kind of a pad over there, something. Solidify it too, there we go. Some kind of a lock. Does it make sense? Not really. I don't really like this one. I'm gonna move this. There we go. And this one could be bigger, so somewhere here maybe. Something like this maybe. Maybe. I don't like this one either. This one will do, I think. So let's sharpen this, and let's grab this one, GY, move it inside, and, you know, chamfer this, and this should do. And you could have some kind of a device over there or whatnot, keypad or whatever. All right. Well, this should do, guys. It's very simple. SciFi there. Also, one tip for you, right? If you're gonna be adding emissions and you want to actually want to have a decent lighting from these emissions, right? I highly recommend to add planes, I mean lights to it, okay? So not just rely on emission, but actually add physical lights to where emission is located, okay? So let's grab these lights, right? All right. Let's go to local and let's actually adjust it properly. Okay, so SX, make it bigger, that's too big. And align this with the lights. Alright, and let's make it a little bit bigger. And probably gonna increase the power to like maybe, I don't know, 1000. Or maybe even 2000. This is a huge scale. Let's make it 50,000. I wonder if it's gonna actually work. There you go. And change the color to blue, right? So, you know, something bluish. There we go. And move it to the other side. So here, right? This will add a cool effect. So there you go. And that's cycled, by the way. So it looks pretty dope. So now let me show you power of decal machine. Yeah, how fast can you actually, you know, have fun with it and detail it with decal machine. Okay. I wonder if this is a shading issue here. I think it looks like a shading issue. Ah, sharpens. Right. There we go. That's sorted. So this one is, I think, is a shadow. Nope. There we go. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some decals to it, have some fun. So let's go to decal machine and let's have some fun with emissive, shall we? So let's grab, I think I had like a keypad somewhere. I wonder where it is. That's the one. I knew I have a keypad. And let's drop it in here, shall we? So there's gonna be a keypad. And we can put it somewhere here, which is a little bit too low. Because if it's for a human, it should be a bit bigger, right? So let me think. This could work. So project, okay. And here we can drop something else. For example, where is it? This one. You could actually have two of them. So Shift D, Z, RY 180, and project them both. So boom. Let's make it smaller. Shift D, put one more here, and actually one more on the top. Whoa. If you double click, it's gonna select all the decals. So D, project, boom. Those small details, they're gonna seal it in, which is pretty cool. There's some shading beef in here, so Jesus. The remnants of the knife. Let's see, we can dissolve this. No, we can't. Fine. Let's just simply do this and dissolve the edge, and it should be fine. What's going on here? It's the bevel that went wrong. We should connect these two with a line or an edge and mark it sharp and remove these two. That should work. Okay, what else we can add in here? We could add something at the top. For example, where is it? Oh, we could add something from the vent pack. This is a new vent pack that we're gonna release very soon. So let's add some stuff from the vent pack. This could look actually pretty cool. So maybe some vents here on side like this. And just copy them to the other side. Delete that. Cool. Let's grab some text here. So where are the numbers? Here. Deck 7. Let's align this to the left. So here. Maybe a little bit higher. There we go. Looks cool. Let's change the color of it to maybe something brighter. There you go. Awesome. Let's add some ventilations in here too on the top. Let's add some kind of like exhaust, you know, like this maybe. These are pretty cool, made by Josh. I really like them. Let's array this. Yeah, and move them somewhere here. There we go. Copy them to the other side. Cool. We can actually project them. So, and then we could do something in here as well. Maybe some kind of a machinery. And some warning labels. Here should be fine. All right. Cool. What's the view distance? Usually that's what clips the, oh, it's fine. Let's just actually adjust it a little bit. There we go. A bit more. There we go. These two. Let's move them in a bit. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. And we need something in here, maybe some kind of, I don't know, pipes like this, you know. A bit too big. This should do. Let's adjust them and maybe match them a little bit differently. That will do. That's pretty cool. Copy them. These are from my panel pack. Awesome. Now we could have some, you know, vents or whatnot in here too. So let's go back to our panel pack and the new vent pack. We could grab these. This could work nicely, you know. Make them smaller and drop them in here maybe, and array them on this array here like this, and simply copy them to the other side and project them. There we go. Looking good. We could have some other floor panels in here like this or whatnot. Oh, that makes little sense. Let's make something, put something different in here. Maybe just a floor panels, regular floor panels like this, you know. Project and drop it to the other side. There you go. Could change color of these to something darker. There you go. Alright, cool. We could get some grates in here as well. Some, I don't know. This would work, maybe. Something like this. I could change color of them as well. Make it black. Because why not? We could drop some interesting stuff in here too. From the emissive pack maybe some, you know, emissive panels here, like one here maybe, small one, and maybe one here, bigger one. Not project, that's not what I want to do. Adjust. There you go. And maybe something on the bottom. Let's go back to this this pack, and we could drop this one, for example. This one will not fit. Let's grab this. This one could be interesting. And just array this. And drop it across to the other side. And simply apply this. There you go. And let's adjust it a little bit. perspective. There we go. Looking cool. I'm not sure I like these, you know, I'm gonna change them to something a little bit cooler. So let's grab these. I think that's gonna be better. Adjust and make it bigger. There we go. And drop it in here. Project it and copy this to the other side and adjust it. There we go, and make it darker. Maybe. Maybe this one is fine. Okay. We could add some shiny stuff on these ones as well, in like a tiny one, tiny shiny stuff. Maybe maybe just kind of like a latches or something or whatever. Just the tiny stuff, you know, and adjust it. You could play with it, you know, forever, basically. Right? And project it. Looks pretty cool now. See these tiny elements, right? This is what actually, you know, solves the whole image. These tiny bits, yeah, but it takes time to put them on, so you need to have a lot of patience, basically. So let's drop this in here and copy this across and press A to copy. Whoa, that didn't work. Let's just project it and then A, copy across. There we go. So that's that. We could have tiny lights in the bottom as well, just to indicate that there's a, you know, like a floor here. So I'll watch this. I'm gonna grab these tiny lights here. They're pretty cool. The submissive decals, man, they're just awesome. See, like it runs on this ledge, and it sort of indicates that there's a ledge in here. So we could just run tiny lights in here, you know, like that. Just grab an array and simply array this way. And copy to the other side. And it's a tiny detail, but it just adds a lot of, you know, see? A lot of interest. So, looking pretty good. Could have some stuff in here too. Some interesting, I don't know. Let me think. Oh, this could work. Make it a bit smaller and adjust it and drop it in here. Array this, copy this on this axis and shift D to the other side and D, project it and make it maybe black. There we go. So there it is. These vents should basically be not black, I think. This color will do, something like that. You can have, you know, you can have a lot of details in here, so we could, for example, add something more on the floor here. So like tiny little sort of clips or, you know, bolts or whatnot. Like I said, these tiny elements, they just add a lot of visual interest. Anyway, guys, I think we're done. I think this should do. With our, these are a little bit too, maybe too black. Let's see if we can actually change the color of them. That's a bit better, yeah. Less eye poking. I think that's pretty cool. They were too dark. This door could have a lock as well, like a lock light. So we could do something like this and drop this one, for example, and make sure that, you know, that just above here, project, then I don't know, some kind of a lock of this door, and we could adjust it. So double click and adjust it. Okay, let's render this. Let's see how we're looking. So let's go to page down and lock to view, smart cam to view, and lock to view is fine. And now we need to adjust the focal length to 135, so it's a little bit more zoomed in, and you know, let's see that. Maybe a wider angle would be better. This is too wide. Maybe 40. We could use a bit more floor or even a ceiling, you know. Hang on a second. Unlock from view. Let's actually drop a ceiling here. Mesh, plane, G, Z, and then scale this and drop it down here, and then copy the color and solidify it up. Whoa, just this one. Modify, solidify, there we go. And I'm not gonna be doing anything special in here. Probably what I'm gonna do, maybe it's gonna just drop a different matte, a little bit less reflective. Something like that. And maybe I should probably drop some lights, but you know what, we could do this with decals, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna work, but adjust it and then array this. And then copy to the other side. Yeah, there you go. It works. And of course we will need some, probably, you know, I don't know, some panels on top or some kind of piping or whatnot. There you go, and something on this side too. So let's grab some of my panels and maybe what are the square ones? Or these ones will do as well. Something like this, for example. So drop it in here and just the radius. Copy and project it. Maybe change color to black, so it's not so, you know, eye poking. There you go. And that's a very cool, simple corridor that we just made. And now we connect the camera here. So came to view, and let's see. Let's lock camera to view, Let's zoom out a bit. There you go. We probably need to zoom in a bit more, or we could go a bit wider, you know. So we could change the dimensions to 21 by 9, which is a bit more cinematic, and we're just gonna capture this whole area here, right? Zoom out a bit. There we go. And unlock from view. And then let's go to our render. Let's go to EEVEE. This could actually look pretty cool in cycles, but let's try EEVEE. And let's go to shader editor, and let's go to world. The HDRI is enabled, but we're going to drop it down a bit, so it's going to be a little bit less eye-poking. And we're going to add some volumetrics. So input, shader, principal volume, drop it in here. It's going to go pitch black because it's too strong. 0.1. Come on. 0.1. Okay, 0.01. There we go. As your volumetrics. It's a little bit too strong still, so 0.005 maybe. There you go. That's pretty cool. And let's see our settings. So volumetrics, shadows are good. Let's see compositing. Yeah, we need to get rid of this glare and denoising because we're not gonna be needing this, I think. In fact, we could change this glare from fog low to ghosts and see how we're gonna be looking with this. I don't want to do anything fancy in here, to be honest. We could add some let's go to texture and add a new texture. Noise. There we go. And inputs, noise. Let's put it on blur. So filter, blur, fast Gaussian. Let's blur it 2 by 2. That's fine. And then let's get the mixed shader. There we go. Change it to color dodge image. This is too crazy. Let's move this somewhere here. And plug it in. And let's grab the color balance. Make it a bit bluish. And see how we're looking. Could be interesting. Let's render this and see. What's the output? TIFF, nice. Alright, let's render this. Yeah, we need to adjust it. So let me just put it on the other screen for a sec because it's gonna be difficult for me to see. And right, let's grab RGB curves here. And also let's go low. Okay. These lights, yeah, they're a bit too strong. Okay, we need to do something about them. So let's fix them. So let's go to layout and let's grab these lights, and first of all let's put them in. Whoa, just the lights. So let's put them in. Okay. And let's change the power because this is insane. Let's make it 20,000. Okay, and now let's render it. See how it's good looking. I see much more civil, yeah. This could do. Not sure about this flare in here, but might actually change it. Let's go to compositing and play with this flare here a little bit. That should do. Also, it will help if we're gonna close this from the sides, yeah. So let's try to close it from the sides and see how we're gonna look, yeah. So Shift D, and you know, here are a Y190, I mean 90, and simply copy to the other side. And how are we looking? Let's move this outside on X. So it sort of closes it, but not really. Let's copy the color. Let's see now, yeah. So render. This should create a little bit more of a kind of like a shadowing area here on the side. Yeah, there we go. See, it's a bit better. Well, I think that will do. Looks pretty decent. Oh, we lost our insets. We need to put our insets back in. Fascinating. Let's see what happened here. Yes. Okay. Let's convert this to mesh. Let's apply all the modifiers. Smart apply. Let's render this again. There we go. This camera clips in here a bit, so we might actually zoom it in a bit, just tiny bit, yeah. So grab this camera and camera to view, and just simply move it a little bit in and maybe a bit down, so got more of this floor kind of shot. And unlock from view and power save and render it again. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. This decal is actually sort of dropping on us, so let's adjust it a little bit. You know, pop it out a bit. There we go. That's cool. How about these vents? Can we make them a bit brighter? Not really. They're really dark, you know. But they kind of look cool. But they're a bit dark. But that should do. Let's render this again. I think we're done. Not the animation. Just the image. Let's close it a little bit so you can see. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We got some floor clipping in here, but we can fix it in Photoshop if needed. We could spice it up with the Kitops insets, smokes from Ian Hubert. So we could just, you know, drop some smoke in here, and let's just deselect everything and drop some smoke. It's gonna drop on a cursor, so make sure that you have this cursor in some reasonable place, not somewhere on the moon. There's the camera. Here. Let's go to camera view. Come on. There we go. Where's the smoke? Here. Do drop it down, and let's grab this one too. So AA, add insert, and GY, GZ, make it bigger, and 180 or 190 are gonna work as well. RZ 180, make it smaller, drop it in here. There you go. So now when you render it, it's gonna be a little bit of a smoke effect over there. Kinda cool, see, pulling from this grate, which is pretty cool. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Give us a like and sub if you did. Links to all the add-ons in the video description, like hardobs, box cutter, kitobs, mesh machine, decal machine, all the add-ons I've been using in this video. Thanks for watching. Catch you next video.